Ron, Punch Out Boxing here with Sahni for the Saturday night fight night from Yorkhall. Right, we normally do these great big shows in exotic locations, but something about these local, this is where it's really all about, isn't it?
I think so. I think so. That we're at York a week before we go to Riyadh, and this is the core of British boxing. This is British boxing's spiritual home, right? Some of the best fighters that have ever come through in this country have boxed here. So it is a special venue. I think a lot of fighters will say that as well. And we've got a cracking card, 3 title fights. Must win for Bentley. Clearly a must win for Danny Dignam, because he's saying if I don't win I'm going to retire. So he has to win, really. Nathaniel Collins can become the EBU Silver champion, toughest test of his career. Ryan Garner in deep. The Piranha is in deep waters against Liam Dillon. He's only just lost his British title. It's a cracking show.
Yeah, indeed. We'll just go through the card. Starting with young Royston, kid who's targeting the great Nassim Hamed's record to be the youngest British world champion. First 8 rounder, I believe. What sort of showing does he need to put on to give Frank the confidence to let him step up?
I think he'll be looking to do a number on his opponent and show his class. When he boxes at Yorkhall, he tends to knock people out. He's stopped 4 out of the 5 that he's boxed at Yorkhall. Frank has great belief in him. Had to sign him as soon as he turned. I think they actually had that initial chat at 17 and then turned 18 and turned pro. He's an amazing talent. He's in a great gym as well, surrounded by, as you know, Anthony Joshua's up there. Moses Italma's there now as well. It's the McCormack's. It's a great gym. So it feels like he's in a good place. Promotionally, he's in a great place as well. He's boxed on some of the biggest shows in the country. He tends to get on these undercards, and he never gets nervous. Just keeps on winning. He's got a great vibe about him. So good performance, and he'll carry on his great trajectory at the moment.
Yeah. A couple of other guys upcoming. Nathaniel Collins, just spoke to him. Great route toward the European title for him. I know in the past he's had a bit of beef with Nick Ball, who's flying high at Queensberry for featherweights. He said he's well and truly got him in his crosshairs and he's chasing him down. But again, it's sort of great for him to show that he's...
Yeah, well, look, he needs to win. He's in the toughest fight of his career. It's a bit of a theme to Saturday night, and this Grandelli guy has got wins over Kane Baker and notably Reece Bellotti. Reece Bellotti, as we know right now, is no slouch at all. So Nathaniel Collins hasn't faced anyone like this guy, and this guy's coming to win. I've been following him on Instagram as well. Looks in tremendous shape, and it's only his first fight out of Italy, by the way. So don't know what does that add. Would have liked him up there at the presser to ask him that, but yeah. Let's see what the Nightmare can do. I know he's got Nick Ball in his sights. That was a fight that was talked about a little while ago. Nick Ball has since flown, and now he could become a world champion. Should already be a world champion. But Collins is just playing a little bit of catch-up. He's got the ability to catch him up very quickly.
Yes, indeed. Talking of catching up, as you said, Ryan Garner, he's got a tough fight against Liam Dillon. Spoke to both lads. Both of them know the score. Liam's being brought in as a test for Ryan, but to test that could easily be failed if he's not on point.
Yeah, look, Ryan Garner has looked fantastic in his last couple of fights, but let's be honest, he hasn't fought anyone. No one that we've really heard of, right? I mean, these are just kind of tough, durable guys, decent little tests along the way, and he's flying through them. Liam Dillon presents the first real test where the public can look at him and say, okay, let's find out what this Ryan Garner kid is all about. And if he does a number on him, even like a win is brilliant. If he does a win in style, does a number on him, then yeah, we can beat our chest and say, we got one here, Ryan Garner, we've caught a piranha.
Absolutely. One guy who seemingly was at the top, well, he was at the top of the rankings at least, Archie Sharp. Definitely a guy who, I'd say, career stalls, lost momentum, and has sort of just been, in limbo for a while. He's going to have to put on an impressive performance, is it fair to say, because things are competitive around those weight classes.
Yeah, very good weight division that he's involved in. I like the idea of him and Ryan Garner. should Ryan Garner come through the toughest test of his career, which is not a foregone conclusion at all. Archie Sharp, you've got a great talent there. 24-0, currently being trained by Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest fighters ever, has decided to spend time with Archie Sharp. Clearly an endorsement of his talent. Needs to win, needs to look good, and hopefully, you can fight Ryan Garner soon. That'd be great.
Do you think that's the sort of fight, if presume they both come through their respective tests, one to sort of serve as an informal eliminator to see who goes on to like those world title?
So no, that's hopefully the promoters and managers can make it all worthwhile for them. But at the very least, Ryan Garner's got his WBC international title. The more you defend that, the better your ranking gets. I don't know what they can do with it, but a fight like that would, I'm sure, be attracting more titles to it.
In the main event, that was an interesting attempt to try and get words out of Danny Dignam. You made an interesting point that, well, 1 or 2 defeats isn't grounds to retire. We know Queensberry are great for rebuilding their fighters, but again, competition for places at the top table is so high, you've got to keep winning. So, yeah, very much a must-win to get back into the mix.
Yeah, it's a must-win for both fighters. I know Denzel says, well, every fight's a must-win. He's absolutely right. Danny Dignam, it's clearly a must-win because he's saying if he doesn't win, he's going to retire. These are heavy, heavy words, right? I've been quite surprised that he's been saying that because he'd have only lost to Janibek and Bentley. It's not terrible, is it? I mean, but yeah, look, you've got WBO international middleweight title on the line. You've got 2 fighters who clearly want to win, are very, very motivated to win as well. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, but fair to say Dignam almost unfairly marked by that Janibek loss. He never talked about it, but his coach did tell me that he went into that fight already with an injury, but he couldn't pull out because I don't know whether you're going to get a world title shot again. But he's a lot more skilled than people realise. This is a genuine 50-50, even though Denzel's better known.
Yeah, I feel like that Janibek performance probably didn't do Danny Dignam credit. And yeah, as you say, a lot of people are focusing in on that, but he's a good fighter, and he's in a good gym as well. He's at the iBox. Again, Al Smith, much like Roy Jones, isn't just going to waste his time on anyone, and he's in that gym with Sam Noakes, Sky Nicholson, who's the world champion, Henry Turner, who's pulling up trees as well in his weight division. He's surrounded by good vibes, good champions. He must feel like he's the next one coming through. So, yeah, let's see.
But Denzel, as a Queensberry man, you want to see him put on a good win, maybe get a stoppage so that he can sort of quickly get back up to the top table.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the stoppage is like imperative, he has to knock him out kind of thing. I think if you're in the Denzel Bentley camp, he just needs to win, right? He just needs to start getting back. He'll have that WBO international belt, he'll start climbing the rankings again and getting back to where he was.
All right, Dev, always a pleasure getting your views on the upcoming fights. Won't ask you about next weekend because I plan on being there.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, we'll do it in the desert heat. But before that, we'll enjoy the heat in Yorkhall Saturday night.
Yeah, see you then.